Alright, hey guys, it's me. Um, Today I'm just gonna be doing just another update mostly, so questions about the Navy, really mostly about boot camp and a little bit of A school since I am in A school right now. And I've been getting a few questions about boot camp and what to expect. So hopefully I can answer those questions to the best of my ability and help you guys out. Um, of course, the first one always is, how is boot camp? I mean, like in my last video, um, like I said, boot camp is boot camp. Really, it it sucked. It really did. Like, if you're one of those type of people who it's your first time being away from home or whatever, like you're gonna have a hard time because I had a hard time. And if it is your first time, if you've gone to college and stuff like that, then you have a little insight on how it is to be by yourself. But if you're one of those people, you're just fresh out of high school or whatnot, and you haven't left home yet, and then it's going to be hard because you're just jumping into this world. Of course, you're going in it alone, but at the same time, it's the military. You're going into boot camp, so that's what I experienced, and it was hard. You're gonna cry. You're gonna want to go home, but of course you want to give yourself a goal. You want to set a goal and stick with it because it is going to get hard, and you are going to want to give up at times. But that's when your shipmates, you're going to form relationships with some of your shipmates, even like all of them, the ones who you're going through boot camp with or whatever, because you guys are going through the same thing, so you kind of help each other out. Um, Someone asks, when can they expect letters? Um, Letters you're gonna get once you get, because you go from one ship to the next. Like during P days, you're gonna be in one ship, and then once you actually get your RDCs, you're gonna go to another ship, and you should start getting them or being able to write them. Like people normally get their mail. You have mail, but you just can't get it just yet. I say maybe week two, almost week two or whatever. Well, that's for us. Week two, almost week three. Um, Writing letters is very big. Like you're really gonna need that support, just from your family, friends, or whomever. They really help, and it keeps you kind of in contact with the outside world because you get completely cut off. Like, prepare yourself to be cut off. No music, no TV. You're gonna have a TV inside your compartment, but you won't be using that TV, only for when you practice drills and stuff like that. The only time you actually get to hear music is when you go to medical. That's why I used to watch. I used to love going to medical for that. Like, just to go, because they used to play music and everything else. Um, what else? Um, is there leave after boot camp? Yes, there is leave. No. Well, okay. Yes, after graduation, you get to go with your family and stuff like that. But actual leave, that doesn't happen until after A school, and you get 10 days leave. Well, technically, well, okay, 5, but I'm doing rap duty, and rap duty is your recruiters probably have spoken to some of you about it. Um, you go back to whatever to your recruiting station or whatnot, and you just like a little internship type thing, help them around the office or something like that, and like you kind of talk to the people who are in debt and they ask you questions and stuff like that. So, but it doesn't count against your leave. That's like free leave, as they call it. Um, how's the food? Food in boot camp is pretty good. Like, I thought it would have been like nasty, but it was pretty good actually. Um, I have different stuff. Like, it's pretty good. So it's not bad at all. I made you go to the bathroom though. I don't know what they put in it, but I made you go to the bathroom. PT. PT. I think it's like you have it every week or whatever. Sometimes you go to Freedom Hall, or you go to uh you have in-house PT where you PT in your compartment, and it's not hard at all. It could be fun. Bases is fun too. Um, but other than that, sometimes you don't want to go to PT. Like sometimes you just like, you just don't feel it. Like you just don't want to work out anymore. Because after getting beat and stuff like that, you just like, ugh, like then you gotta go PT and run and do all that stuff. Um, medical, medical. You're gonna get checked. You're gonna look at your teeth. I had to get my wisdom. I actually had a lot of medical work done. I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled. I got fillings. I got root canals. Literally, like my sheet was filled up with so much medical and dental and everything else. Like you're gonna get that stuff. You're gonna get your shots. Um, you're gonna get a lot of shots. The peanut butter shot hurt. It did. I ain't even gonna lie. Um, I had a knot on my butt for a minute, but expect to get those. It's mandatory. There's no getting out of it. Um, swimming. Learn how to swim. Learn how to swim before you get to boot camp. Like that's the best thing, because I had people like a lot of girls who I was close with from my division who did not graduate with us because they cannot pass or swim. And I was not going to go to boot camp, and like I was going to go there and not know how to swim. So I'm like, oh whatever, they'll go ahead and they'll teach me. But my mom was like, no, you're going to take swimming lessons. So I took swimming lessons, and that worked out in my benefit, because if you don't, then you'll have to go to swimming like 2, 3 times a day, and you miss out on a lot of stuff. Uh-oh, my screen went black again. Anyway, you're gonna have to do that, and then like swimming, you jump off the little platform. However, it freaked me out. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Um, and then you have to swim to the end of the pool. You learn how to make a flotation device. You also have to do like a prone float, it's like a little dead man's float for like 5 minutes. Whew. Um, learn how to swim. Big thing. Learn how to swim. Um, what do you need? Like, what should you learn before boot camp? You should learn your chain of command. Learn it. Well, learn it to a certain extent, because like depending on like sometimes like people leave or whatever, and your chain of command will change, but normally it stays the same. Um, know your chain of command, rank and recognition. Know what the collar devices are. Um, what else? Um, learn your general orders. You should already know this, but learn your general orders, because those will work out in your benefit. Because if you already know all that stuff, because I know, I mean, because I was one of those people who I was trying to struggle trying to learn those chain of command and stuff like that. It's better to know it beforehand, because if you know it beforehand, you could just chill out really and just be like, okay, well, I already know my stuff. So, um, Sailor's Creed. Know your Sailor's Creed. That's very important. Know that. Um, yeah. Someone also asked about racks. Your racks will have to be made. If you can see right there, yeah, that. That's basically how you make your rack boot camp style. 45-degree angle. They're going to show you how to make your rack. You're going to get a lot of practice. Trust me, you're going to get practice stripping your racks in like 20 seconds, like, and making it up. Like, you're going to know how to make your rack. Trust me. I actually never really learned how to make my rack. My rackmate Gail Burgard, she always she made the corners and everything else, because I could never figure out 45-degree angles and how to do all that other mess. So I just folded down and I tucked, and she was the 45-degree angle person. So that kind of worked out. But you'll learn how to make your racks. Um, P days. I should have started that with that beforehand. P days are horrible. P days are just like one of those things where you just want to get done and over with. And the thing about P days is that you might think that it's your first week, but no, those are your P days, and then the following week is week one. So don't get P days confused with knocking off your weeks of boot camp. So technically, you're there for 9 weeks. Um, get enough sleep because you are not going to sleep for 48 hours. You're not. And once you get there, like, because it's such a shock and everything else, you're actually gonna get these. These are your Smurfs. Get used to them. Love them. Um, you're gonna get those, and you're gonna just by the time you hit hour 6, like you're literally just like, oh my gosh, stand up, and then you're gonna get yelled at for not standing up. Um, it's horrible. Like it makes it makes no sense how sleepy you are, and then you got to go the entire day as well, and then eventually you get to go to sleep. Um, when did when did I graduate? I graduated March 22nd, and it is April. It's April 20th. So I've been out of boot camp for almost a month now, and I am in A school, which is in Great Lakes. So I'm just right next door, and it's cold as hell outside, and makes no sense. Yesterday it was freaking snowing. I called my mom back home in Georgia, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's 90 degrees. It's 85 degrees." The what? Like, don't tell me that. Like, don't tell me, cause I don't care, cause I'm cold. Um, how's the gas chamber? The gas chamber, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, especially if you're like right there by the fan and the little thing where she burns the little pellet things. It's horrible. Like, you can't breathe. Like, you're fine, and all of a sudden you start to jerking, like you know, and then the coughing and stuff. Like your eyes burn like heck though. Like, oof. Um, Oh, another thing, what people can do, you want to make sure that you get a job because you can also you know rank up whatever by getting a certain job. And another thing that can also get you from like another pay grade is pass your baseline PFA, which is you have to run a mile and a half. That's where you have to do push-ups and sit-ups, but run your mile and a half within your time limit or your age or whatnot, because that can also help you go up a pay grade and stuff like that. As well as your recruiter should have told you about the little depth little test for you to take. You can also go up a pay grade by that as well. So by the time you get out of boot camp, you could be an E3. But you if you're an E3, it wouldn't matter because you can't get um, no higher than an E3 in boot camp. You can't. So take advantage of that. Um, yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm actually getting ready to leave, go to Chicago, duty free weekend. Ooh yeah. Anyway, if you have any more questions, comment, message me, whatever, and I will answer them. Hopefully, I helped you guys out. Um, oh no, someone asked me about A school. A school is good. Like I said, I'm in Great Lakes. It's not bad. It's a lot of freedom. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is like the best. Like you have all types of stuff on base, like just for you to explore. You still have to do certain things like boot camp, but other than that, you know, you're good. You have to phase up first. Phase one, have to stay like you have to wear uniforms. But once you get phase two, you can wear your civvies and stuff like that. So that's also good. So try to phase up as fast as possible. Just to go out and get out these uniforms. I know you're gonna get tired of wearing them. Well, I will be heading on out, and like I said, message me, comment, and I will answer your questions. All right, guys.